Yes people, welcome back to the channel. So today is Saturday the 10th of June. I start with a lie, today is actually Friday the 9th, but the vast majority of this video will be from Saturday. But I checked in this morning and we are very happy with visuals. Running a little bit flat. So today, as you can see from the title, it's going to be a high day. It's going to be a bigger high day than usual. We're going to be about 5,000 calorie refeed day, whatever you want to call it. We had the option of an untracked meal, but considering the fact that most of my mates here and my girlfriend are on prep or dieting and aren't really going to accommodate for that, and because food focus is pretty low, I don't really feel the need to kind of have a cheat meal or something by itself. I do try to keep the social aspect of food as a priority, and if that's not there, I'm more than happy just to take a little bit extra rice, a little bit extra cream of rice, and then move the calories up from there. Tomorrow's food is going to be more similar to my usual training day diet. In next week's video, we'll do a proper full day of eating and show you my baseline diet for prep right now at 12 weeks out, which is still quite high. Calories I'm unsure of, but macros are still around 300 protein, 480 carb on training day, and 72 fats. And non-training day, those carbs are pulled down to 370, I believe, 360. Again, I'm not too fussed with the numbers per se, just follow the meal plan religiously. If needed, I'll make like for like substitutions, but I don't have an excessive variety in there. You can get away with this as a lifestyle client and as someone who just, wants to lose weight at a good pace. But obviously, there's a lot more time constraints, there's a lot further condition required for getting on stage. It's not really a luxury that we're going to opt in or try to avail of. But yeah, that is essentially it so far. I will run you through that diet. We'll get some training footage in either tomorrow or Monday. Sunday is a rest day for me. Do try to keep that relatively free and just kind of chill out, recharge the mental battery. And yes, that is essentially it, people. So stay tuned. Big food coming. Maybe not as interesting as the title may make it out to seem, but this is what works for me and what gives me the most peace of mind. And I think in a prep, that is one of the most important things. Just keeping everything as consistent as possible, minimize fluctuations. So yeah, stay tuned. Meal one coming up. Cardio done. 25 minutes. Time to eat up now for the rest of the day. Leg session coming, along with 690 carb, I believe. So food's all planned out, all prepped. Let's go. First meal we've got going in is my usual 70 grams of oats with 55 whey. We've added 100 grams cream of rice, carrot cake, cream of rice, blueberry muffin whey, layer of cinnamon on top, 150 blueberries and 25 grams nut butter. Made the night before, left in the fridge overnight. Cold cream of rice, much better. First meal before training, about 2 hours less this set, which is plenty of time because it is a bigger meal than usual. And we're going to do 3 glycomax with each meal today because obviously a lot of carbs going in, so I want to make sure they're going through nicely. Yes people, so legs wrapped up there. We got a few clips as you would have seen. Post workout time now. Again, very similar to my usual baseline diet, except we've moved that up to from 80 to 110 grams of dry weight rice, and we've added in an extra 100 grams of cream of rice here. We have banoffee by Trained by JP, and a few more fats as well. Usually this meal has 15. We've moved up to 25 and we've put 10 here and 15 into the cream of rice. A little bit less fats, more carbs in this, and then obviously a heap more carbs and fats with this meal. Gonna enjoy this, have my water, have my spicy ketchup. A little bit behind schedule because session went on a little bit longer, so it's gonna be not much else filler. It's just gonna be back-to-back meals pretty much for the rest of the day. So catch you in the next one. So meal 3 going in. Again, very similar to my baseline diet. We've moved rice from 80 up to 110 grams. Nut butter from 15 to 25 grams, and I am still keeping some veg in here, even though it's not a satiety thing. We just want to make sure we have enough fiber that all this food being pushed through is still being digested and you can still take a shit. Relatively low volume veg. I have some pickled red onions. I got the idea from Joe. He was buying jars and I started buying the jars as well, but I just hate going through so much waste. Just bought my own red onions, jar of white wine vinegar, and then like you know, the glass jars, and slice them up and start pickling them myself. So they are fantastic. So we have that and some grated cucumber in here as well. So again, very low volume, and as always, meals chilled. So yeah, that is meal 3, and as mentioned, Glycomax is still going in with each of these meals. We'll catch you again for meal 4, which I think is going to be the exact same as this, and then meal 5 is a little bit juicier. See you in a bit. Right guys, so as mentioned, meal 5 going in now. A little bit different to the last few. Very similar to my baseline diet, but we've moved nut butter up aggressively with this one. So 50 grams of nut butter in this rather than my usual 15. Some green beans, again low volume veg, some great cucumber and red onion. Cooked the beef in kale with red onions, salsa, jalapenos. Fantastic. And eat that cold as well. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So total's wrapped up for the day. 310 protein, I believe, 700 carb, 100 fat. So again, sticking with the foods that you have in your diet, keep it as digestible as possible. Yeah, that is essentially it. A little bit more carbs, a little bit more salt and water gone in as well throughout the day. Yeah, that's us. Gonna eat this, get to sleep soon. As mentioned, this is a little bit behind schedule, but we make do. Yes people, what is good? Fuck the Etihad. Pricks. Yeah, it is Sunday the 11th, I think, so day after the high food day, and we actually hit a new low again today, which was pretty cool to see. It shows just how much of a hole we had dug to get down that condition, and then obviously with a little bit more food we see better like removal of that inflammation. But yeah, as mentioned, food was taken up very nicely. Morning steps done here, very leggy, so it was a push to keep heart rate up. Again, make sure that is the case with your cardio, that you're maintaining intensity across the board. Post leg day, it's always a bit tricky, so moved it to morning steps today, and I'll do cardio this afternoon or PM. But yeah, that is it. I think today I'm gonna go to Wing Yip Asian Superstore to buy those big bags of rice. So again, fun meathead activities. Yeah, very happy with this. Just under 12 weeks out now. Yesterday was 12 weeks out, and 107.9 now this morning, so things are moving nicely. Very happy with feedback, visuals, and just overall quality of life. So yeah man, good times, fun stuff ahead. Catch you in a bit. Yes people, so that is it for this video. We got a bit of an insight here into my high day at 12 weeks out, 5,000 calories, nice bump in food, and as I explained through the video, that is very similar to my baseline diet. We'll run through that in more detail in the next one. Things might have changed by then. Again, we will have regular updates. We also got some training footage in there, a little bit of posing, and we went to Wing Yip Asian supermarket. So again, bodybuilder essential. It doesn't have to be a super Asian mega store or whatever. If you're back home, getting a membership at Musgraves, something like where you're going to buy wholesale, big bags of rice, 5 kilo trays of chicken, all that kind of stuff, just makes life much easier. You know what I mean? Like, make it as easy as possible so you can devote your time and effort to the shit that actually matters in terms of actually prepping the meals and training hard, getting your cardio in, all that kind of stuff, so you're not wasting time with over regular shop runs. But another little tip and something that came to mind, you would have seen in that video when I was going down the sauce section, and obviously if people have been following me for a while, you know I'm kind of a sriracha diehard. That's my go-to, and it kind of gave me another topic to talk on here with regards a somewhat like passive reduction in calories. Okay, so when it was off season, I wouldn't track my sriracha. It's not super high calorie relative to the portion sizes. I think it's like 120 calories per 100 gram, but you're not going to use a shit ton. So the first step was at the start of prep, we began to track that. Obviously we pushed it down, so we were limited to I think 15 or 20 grams per meal. Again, that's going to be 130, 140 calories across 4 meals. You know, that stuff does kind of add up. So we started to track that, and now in the last few weeks we've really peeled that back. Okay, so manipulating your quantity and choices of sauces is going to be a very nice way to kind of like passively reduce that calorie load without actually touching your meal plan per se. So the sauces that I'm going with nowadays is salsa, which is like 30 calories per 100 gram, which is sweet fuck all. Again, just do monitor your portion sizes. And Cholula, which is 0 calories, it's just hot peppers and water, I believe, which is fantastic. And then mustard, which I think is like 80 calories per 100 gram, and I use like 15 grams of that usually with my beef meal. I didn't have any yesterday when I was not in my apartment. So yeah, that's just another little tip that's worth mentioning. Manipulating these things, pull those calories down passively, keep your diet, your baseline diet, the same and consistent as possible. Obviously off season, I do encourage people a little bit more variety with your sauces and seasonings, but again, manage these variables effectively when it comes to your prep. But yeah, wrapping it up here. Next week, as I said, we will have more of a run through of my actual diet. We'll see what a full day of eating typically looks like for me. We might have a few changes. We are checking in again Tuesday. I'll do pictures tomorrow anyway, and then get some more Tuesday, and then that's usually when we make adjustments. We'll check in twice a week, Tuesday and Friday. Tuesday is usually when we'll kind of look towards an adjustment, and then Friday is usually to indicate if we need a high day and kind of top up as of when needed. But yeah, I'll run you through that. We'll also have a supplement order coming in, so we'll do a bit of a supplement haul and talk you through my current supplementation plan. And if anything else pops up, or if you guys have any requests, anything else you'd like to see throughout my prep, please do let me know. It is much appreciated. I appreciate all the likes, comments, shares, and of course subscribe. So appreciate it. Thank you guys. Peace out.